a business degree somewhere or other. He's applying for a few different universities, riding C.J. Nelson designs shaped by Ryan Engel, currently second on the North America WSL qualifying series tour. J.Unsworth, he's from Westwood Ho in Devon in the UK. He's finished fourth on the regional European WSL Longboard tour. He comes in at 5 feet 9 inches and he's got some brain to him. He's studying mathematics at Plymouth University, 8 model, and he's a former junior European, a reigning junior European longboard champion. As we see the first opening wave of K.Skvarna, the goofy footer, great footwork there, nice 5, gets back for the second 5 and a quick 10, pedals back to the tail from the Californian. As we see the start from the Westwood Ho surfer from Devon, a nice beautiful stretch 5, good soul arch there on the 5 for a long time, great footwork, switch stance turn, hangs on to that, sweeps back in for another section, gets a nice drop knee, good variety demonstrated from J.Unsworth already. Chris, you can see
we must have been seeing a replay of Jack's and now we're seeing some live action, so 2 waves on the board already for the Englishman.
And it's very likely that K.Skvarna is going to stay to the left and Jack is going to stay to the right. So they're most likely going to stay out of each other's hair for the entire heat. Just focus on their board, the waves, the surfing. Skvarna drops a 6.17 for his opening left-hander. We got 2 right-handers to be judged by J.Unsworth. He gets a 4.17 for that first ride. As we can see, this second ride, great footwork there, nice lay back turn there, sweeps it round. This board looking really comfortable under Jack's feet. The first time he rode this board was in the free surf the day before the event begun, so he hardly had any opportunity to ride this board, but clearly he looks really comfortable right down to the wires. We see K.Skvarna opting for a right-hander. I thought he would stay on the left. He's gone right, but he comes unstuck.
He sure did, came unstuck at high speed.
Been on hold for a little while, pause in the action, and to be the first back in the water.
At the beginning under pressure, when you are ready to go in the water and you have to wait one hour more.
Here right now, 21 minutes remaining, and this is a fantastic heat as K.Skvarna is in the lead with that 6.17 and that 3.5, but we see J.Unsworth with 4 steps to the nose, a really nice 5, pulls up for a tighter 5, comes unstuck, but that wave was closing out down the line, so he probably knew there was no point in hanging on to that one. Hours outside of Tokyo, as we see a replay of those beautiful footwork steps to the nose with that quick 10, pedaling back, look at the flow and the smoothness, and like you say, that those feet quite close together, very classic in Skvarna's approach. It looks very smooth, very cool, riding that single fin board, a C.J. Nelson designs shaped by Ryan Engel. He's guaranteed a place in next year's event as we see a fantastic soul arch from J.Unsworth pedaling down to the bottom of the wave there. That was a big set, substantially bigger than anything we've seen so far, but does he dag it on that rail, comes unstuck and takes a fall. I mean, Chris, you let out a hoot. That early nose ride was spectacular, but how he needed to hang on to that cutback. Probably going to win that paddle battle, but you never know. J.Unsworth is a great paddler. Look at those steps to the nose, really beautiful soul arch, radical nose riding there, huge wave, big heavy section, and setting up for the cutback here, digs it really hard, tries to grab a rail and just leans over into it too much. He will be absolutely fuming with frustration to have fallen then, because that could have gone up into the excellent range.
Upset that he's let that one go. He went for the big turn and maybe slightly overcooked it somewhat. Here goes K.Skvarna, free falling, pin dropping out of the lip. So going off the top rope there, the Californian needs a 7.67. So Kevin with a 6.17 and a 5.67 is our heat leader. He's looking to get rid of that 5.67 now. He's hanging 5 on a white watery wave, decides that there's not a score on offer there and gets out of there with 15 minutes 20 to go. This is Heat 7, Round 2.
J.Unsworth needing a 7.67 to move into Round 3. K.Skvarna in the lead with a 6.17 and a 5.67 as we see a big open face for Skvarna. Gets 2 steps up to the nose, stretches to move through that section. Great nose work there, pedals back, sweeps it round, comes hard off that single fin, 4 steps back up for another stretch 5. Again to the tail, there's that trademark drop knee turn that we've learned to love from K.Skvarna. This is a really nice open face left-hander. This is definitely going to go into his top scores. Will it replace his 5.67? I think it might well do. I'm not sure if it's going to be up there with his 6.17. We'll have to let the judges decide that. Right in the fall, he can definitely get a score in the excellent range.
Yep, so we see Skvarna just styling effortlessly down the line on this one. He's from Orange County, so San Onofre right there, just south of Lower Trestles, one of the sort of spiritual homes of longboarding in Southern California.
Exactly, and embodying of the kind of all that classic Californian style that we've learned to love from K.Skvarna. Really great surfing there, paddling back out. Looks to be lucky to have a little bit of a lull at the moment, but we can't quite see if there's more sets on the horizon. More pressure on Unsworth as we see live action. 4 steps to the nose, pedals back to the tail, coming hard off the bottom, setting himself up for a nose ride. Really needs to go for it on the nose here. Can he hang on, get stuck on the foam? I could kind of see from the beginning of that wave there was a little bit of a loss of rhythm.
Back Unsworth in the water right now. The Brit looking to narrow the gap between himself and the lead. He's not going to do it on that wave. 6 minutes 14 to go. K.Skvarna with a 6.17 and a 5.73 is our heat leader. This is heat 7, round 2.
Got near Jack, he's gone left and he's gone right. He's put the pressure on Jack. They're the same age, but it's K.Skvarna who's got more experience competing at World Longboard titles, as we see. Toes on the nose, he's not going to be able to drop down into that wave, but Unsworth is still paddling back out, so Skvarna will maintain priority. Just 5 minutes remaining here.
Alright, well this is Jack Unsworth. Not quite last roll of the dice time, but getting down towards that with 2.5 minutes to go. And, well, he's doing it nicely across this one. It's a white, watery beast of a wave.
Good nose work from Unsworth there. Great opening 5, nice cut back there. Is it going to be steep enough, critical enough to go into the borderline? Excellent range. I don't think it's going to be the 7.73 that he needs, but it would replace one of his lower scores. So if he's got time to get back out, he should definitely go for it. He's got 2 minutes. Is he thinking of coming in, or is he going to go back out? I suggest he definitely needs to give it one more roll of the dice. That replay of Unsworth's last ride, which scores waiting to come in, is probably not going to be the high 7 that he needs to go into first position, but really stylish surfing from Jack Unsworth. Look at that, footsteps, 4 steps to the nose there. Great switch stance turn, beautiful surfing from Unsworth. Milks it all the way to the inside, go down into the last minute 27 seconds. Skvarna's going to line up for this right-hander. Can he get a steep section for that quintessential nose ride that we love watching from him? He stays nice and low, drop knee takeoff there, little penguin stance, pedals forward there, nice 5. Can he get a 10? No, doesn't need to get a 10 there because the fin's not going to lock into position, but look at the nice open face he's got back up for another nose ride. Is this going to replace his 5.73? Pedaling through to the inside, right on the shore break there, getting dangerously close to the heavy cobbles there. Skvarna really looking like he might have sealed this heat here, and what a great matchup this has been as we see the replay of Skvarna. I like the way he sets himself up with that drop knee turn there, gets a high line, stretches out for that 5, really high in the wave, pedals back down, sweeps it round, another setup, looking to get nice and high with the footwork so he can find that 5 and going for it on that heavy shore break, Chris.
Yep, so scores in last wave for K.Skvarna. That was a 3.9, not enough for the win, and a bit of sportsmanship from our 2 competitors there. Just a little bit of a friendly word, but it is K.Skvarna through to the next round.